Ah, welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Notcry?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Notcry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the... So I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier.
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many...
Right! My mom was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
Like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... I was just wondering I was gonna track you down.
Oh! So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight, and Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius, and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Please...
Oh, so you're part of the never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nightcry either.
That's probably because when the wild hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the wild hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least...
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lolan? He should just hire a full-time mailman. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with... Sir Writes a Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone-deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-a-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me...
You sure are. To use the Grand Master...
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second...
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind...
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time... Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver.
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this...
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guy.
The abyss. The wild hunt. Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then... we will make our triumphant return!
Stormwind! Sweeping in! Stormwind!
Without the Rapier of Solnari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, One of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious.
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. P.S. I hope P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes-A-Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Map. Even I got a letter.
Jean?
Oh, yes.
By the way...
You mean Kaya? Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging in...
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there.
Really? Oh, that would be a great help.
Our thanks to you too.
Great. But I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck.
Very well, but...
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition. So, Honorary Knight, if you have the time... He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every... On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once...
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom Bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Uncle Varka's coming home? Yay! I can't wait to go outside and play with him!
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Varka's coming back. The situation in Nocrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has it. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces, and yet, for some reason...
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to... If it comes to that. Remember, I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they, too, need protecting. And some... well, some might not even want it. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to... Until I return, I leave...
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared, but he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly when the old
Wolf spirit? You mean that...
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might I kept my... You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand...
No wonder Varka...
Very possibly. And as it turns out, the calamity... Yes, I completely... Even if his...
into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the angel share now.
Some new pieces from shows.
When you're mixed...
Please. I've known that little trick for a good
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now.
Rosaria!
Looks like it's about to...
A little liveliness never killed anyone.
Please allow me to once... I hope you will give...
From the look on your face...
He nags like an old man.
Huh? Drop what?
Nothing, really. Before... He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius. And I'd...
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past.
You say that now.
I wasn't seeing the full picture, but my answer remains... Both the Grand... I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath the...
If I had a Mora for every time I've...
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free...
You think so? Never mind the Knights.
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the church and not the Knight?
Are they arguing or not? Oh.
What should I... Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild?
My reply won't be a long one.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this...
It's no trouble. Lowen did most...
So you see what's really going on here?
Huh?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine. As was... There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really... Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about...
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and... Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and... Varka him... But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the... He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest Knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled... His name was Roland, the Blood-Stained Knight.
Yikes! Blood-Stained Knight?
Well, apparently his original title was the... But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago. Including the endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession. But had he known that the Knights... So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite...
Huh. Anyway, if so, why did Jean say that Boreas in the... That's a great idea! What's going on here? Was Bulba the Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Flow. Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode.
The time's beckon. Silence!
Stop right there. Answer me this.
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Paimon passed a test?
You may dispense.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has... Sure was. Something seems wrong with that old...
Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought. We meet again, human Lupus.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from
As you know, the source.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused.
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andrius, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Toad Bard? What are
you... Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of... Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra, and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled, the wolf entrusted 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a knight stumbled in from the cold. Just as the knight asked the wolf to join, seeing how the ice... So, this is the world the humans dreamed of. Though the knights, he had written the end. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale.
There is no need for you.
So that's what happened.
You need not feel, if any. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to explode.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. And there's more. I detect another familiar.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other. It was the ancient kingdom of...
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll... As luck would have it...
No one...
If even Mondstadt...
Varka? Is he...
I believe too many passengers would...
Alright. Wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our... I'll stay here.
I... stay in Mondstadt, too.
Razor, give me your... Golden-haired traveler. It is a wolf spirit.
The dominator of wolves.
But human hearts to prevent the... Although, truth be told, the great wolf king of the north remains strong for now.
I will protect Lupacol.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
I can read Varka's letter. I will...
A wolf's claws make poor instruments for writing human words.
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he... Well, whatever. I don't really care. As long as I get to do some fighting. I'm looking forward to trading blows with Lupus Boreas when he's fully recovered. I bet he'll wipe the floor with me.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask. The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andreas, dominator of wolves and god of the north wind, left in... He once left Nodcry and braved... Instead, when the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his... Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to... All right. Over to you, Dvalin!
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you...
Alright! Hey, wait! How are we getting down?
The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster!
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of the fight or flight?
As expected. But they have served their farewell, heir.
Guess they're retreating.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that? Ugh, forget that.
Ah, there's no point chasing after him. True. Or killing him might be... The difficult part is...
Huh?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, but compared to Rerir... Exactly. Sounds... I managed to cut off a... We still have some big...
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Hey, good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions.
That means the recent wild hunt attacks have nothing to do with Rerir, right?
They're keeping... Oh, yeah. Huh, you know something?
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like Beto and Durin are just wrapping up their... Great! While we're... And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rerir resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some monstatter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to that new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. No matter how, the Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rerir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as... So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Borea.
The replica however,
I guess he must have gotten...
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but...
You can't kill him right now, because a dead god may prove more dangerous than... From intelligence gathered during the... Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing every...
Query. While I can indeed find records of disaster in that land, the passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas... Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come, my soul. Do not grieve.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world.
Yes. And now our task, only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say...
Wait, we already have a perfect solution?
Ha ha ha. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword...
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength. However, if we can collect those fragments...
You don't need to worry about that. Most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the...
Huh?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way we've been hard... Not just the Wild Hunt in the Abyss, but...
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor.
Okay, so 3 more mini
I managed to gather one. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus. The final snag.
With our foe being from...
And since the Wild Hunt is involved,
the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it, though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway, right?
Ah, great.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battle.
Rating for Yehoda.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment, which we already know the location. Traveler, could you join me in retreat? All right, time is of the essence. Let's...
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment? Is this what we're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to... just like back at the camp. But this time, you'd best...
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either. Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Ugh! Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a... Could you try reversing the corrupt...
So, keep the Roland...
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And let me think. How is it explained? Actually, neither do I.
Huh. Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say.
I thought it might mean some... Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the night...
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared...
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland. How are we supposed to use thoughts to anchor him?
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks...
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White... After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, but trying to...
Quite the end. Hey, what happened to Mr...
What can I say? But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely. So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
If what you say, the monsters I've slain, a great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters. The code of chivalry, if Abyss be thy name, I pledged.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Borea.
That I... Dainsleif? No. It bore a striking resemblance, but that was... While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the...
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. And on that note, I have a plan I want... Well, the fewer people... That about covers. No plan is free of risks. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo...
Oh, there has to be another way.
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved...
Nope. It's a total disaster.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll... Fill me in. What's the situation? Good call. Look...
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Before we ran into trouble, the two teams are holed up here, and...
But the Wild Hunt is...
We can't...
The logistics company... Designated drop... The logistics company...
Amazing.
Hey!
I regret to say, the logistics company...
Both. Something's not right. Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying explosives.
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy!
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Goodness you're here.
Careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. will wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Is that the signal to say they're ready? Off the ante! It's showtime! Fall back!
Yes, sir.
Ready? The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Use this time.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search.
Either way, how's...
Absolutely.
We've run right through our supply now that they've lost their...
Ugh. Looks like the same
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god.
Understood. Everyone got that?
Yes, sir.
Up the ante! Cheers! Hey! They're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
Knights of Favonius! Charge!
Here.
Ooh, I'm glad that's final.
Brave Knights, on behalf...
There's no need to be so formal.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're...
I'll say.
It would be our...
Much obliged. The hiding in the mist trick again. You all know the drill.
Yes, sir!
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Knights of Favonius! Charge!
Maria sweeping in!
Time to counterattack!
Up the ante! Maria sweeping in!
Rally to the Grandmaster! Charge!
This wild hunt doesn't know. Traveler!
Mr. Varka?
Just like last time.
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster.
Ha! That's the spirit. Stay on your... Either we all march back to Mondstadt together, or no one... The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have...
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. If you need a moment...
Save your breath! If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies.
For
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us.
You're the only ones.
We can't lose our Varka. Please.
You're holding back. This duel doesn't... Your plan is to... Andreas is... They're the false... It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss, Knight of Boreas.
For the next part, it's over to Outlander who can't... The sword looks like there's no way back. Huh. A Favonius sword. Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince? shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles. Try to keep up!
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice.
Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies! Maria sweeping in! Stormwind! On me! Huh? On me! Stormwind! Maria sweeping in! Stormwind!
Huh?
My old friend.
This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. keep up! On me. I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here. You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior. Step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf? Roland!
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn, utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
Save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request... I shall do as you wish. Knight.
Huh. You're not...
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path.
I guess we have that much in common.
The Rayhir of Solmari's forces have been defeated. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak. Therefore, I... After redeem...
Huh.
No word otherwise. Why would you pin on? But now the blade that once housed the... You no longer have the means to...
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you...
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? Andreas! Wake up! You...
If this is your final grand display... Return. Return to... Is this the answer that...
Andreas, at long last, I have delivered your token back.
This is all that a wolf...
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have the means to bear his soul.
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas.
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced.
Your heart, your soul, they are collapsing.
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow...
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy to avoid arousing my
Compared to Lupus Boreas'
You have a stubborn will. Your soul is now merged with that. Neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from within the ley lines. You have lost, and so have I. Regrettably, may your soul rest in peace with Boreas. Lonely wolf.
Haha! Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both, the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine wine and good friends to get back to. I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail.
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka. To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Varka.
Go Varka! He's the right to us!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine! Up the ante! Maria sweeping in! Burn! Thunder!
The north wind blows southward. Guide you on your journey home.
There's an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Varka.
Sweeping in! Thunder! On me! Try to keep up! On me!
Fly home to us, Grandmaster! Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn. Fate's chosen Lumaka.
Off the ante! Thunder! Thunder!
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on, but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
Oh. I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey everyone, it's been a mighty I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm home. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. All right then, I'm gonna stay here.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Opera played.
Add Astra.